Alright, welcome back everyone to the final match in this modern competitive league. Let's take a look at our hand. It looks like classic Jeskai control hand. We'll go ahead and keep it. Copperline Gorge is indicative of burn. We'll start out with a Celestial Colonnade. Some weird Jund list? Let's see what we've got ourselves into here. Oh, jeez, Dredge. Jeez. Alright. Okay, Dredge, slow down. We have a little bit of hate for you, but not that much. Which lands do we want to Spreading Seas here? Do you have any dredgers? No dredgers in the graveyard yet. Do we want to cut them off of black or green? I think cutting them off green is better to stop life from the loam, but I could be wrong. We've got Path to Exile. We have Vendilion Click. Another Cathartic Reunion. Oh boy. That's a lot of dredging. Let's just get the graveyard out here. Wow, they didn't hit much, but they probably have a land to get Bloodghast, Prized Amalgam. However, we did stop them. Wow. So going for the green mana stopped their life from the loam. Which could have been pretty key. Let's go ahead and play it. We'll stop them on their draw step. See if we can just continue to disrupt. Alright, they have a bunch of Conflagrates. Haunted Dead, Narcomoeba. Could take Faithless Looting. Yeah, because that lets them dredge a bunch. I think I'm going to go ahead and Conflagrate for one here. And dang, they got the land. Okay. But they would have drawn the land anyways if we hadn't taken... Oh boy. Alright. This match just got a lot harder. Alright, it's double X, not single X. Alright, so they can't, Alright. One Prized Amalgam and two Path to Exiles, basically, so it's not bad. We're not blocking with this Vendilion Click. So that's happening. Alright. No more stop. So we really want to combo out in this matchup. More than anything. Here I want to keep up Remand for Conflagrate. So if my opponent just passes at end of turn here and doesn't go Conflagrate, then I'll snap Path one of the Bloodghasts. This is an interesting line of play. Do we care about Vendilion Click much? I don't think so. How much burn do we have here? I mean, do we go for the burnout plan? This would be 3, this another 9. That brings them to 5. We can get Colonnade up eventually. If we remand here, then we can snap remand. I don't know if we're winning the race, though, I'll be honest. Path to Exile is a good draw. I think we'll pop it off right now, actually. Alright, Colonnade is a decent draw. Oh boy. Alright, there's the Narcomoebas. That turns the click plan. Makes it much worse. Alright, we go to 9. We'll go ahead and Snapcaster Mage, remand that. And another Snapcaster Mage is a pretty good draw. You just have to delay the game enough to burn them out or combo them out. Because at 6 mana they can't respond to the combo. They don't have instant speed interaction. Oh man, are they conflagrating? Ooh, I totally forgot about conflagrate. That's a misplay. Alright. And they have another conflagrate in the graveyard, which is fantastic. But they have 0 cards in hand, so that's also good. They have no green mana. And we have... Let's see. If we shock... They have Haunted Dead? Oof. What happens if we shock? We go... Bolt. Bolt. Snap. Path. And block. And then we're not dead. Problem is we don't even have any pieces of the combo here, so we're really gonna have to go into overdrive here. Alright, they Dredge Stinkweed Imp. Sure, they didn't really hit much. Yeah, we can't interact with Faithless Looting right now. Dredge. Stinkweed Imp. There's a Prized Amalgam and a Bloodghast. Oof. Alright, well this is just not going according to plan here. Okay. Okay, so let's just double check the math here. We could go to 1 if we want to. No, we gotta. We can't go to 1 because they can conflagrate us. I am hanging on here as long as I can. Whoops. Alright, we tried. They'll get a Prized Amalgam, and they'll have a Narcomoeba. They have 9 cards in their deck. Alright, bring me down to 1. Loot House. Okay, that's an out. Oh. Let's go ahead and do that main phase. And we're out of this game. Alright. Remember I talked in the beginning of the video about not playing Rest in Peace? Well, this is where I feel really bad about that. Alright. Anger of the Gods is a Staticaster. Supreme Verdict. Spreading Seas. Remand is still pretty good. I will cut Spell Snare. Dispel. And Peak is also pretty bad against our opponent. Yeah. Still, just straight up combo plan is our main goal here. I still think we could be a potentially faster deck. They can get pretty explosive, but if we stop them with early path, snap path, and if we don't run them out into like a conflict rate, our key combo pieces, then just survive to like turn 6 maybe, and then just combo in one turn. Spreading Seas was pretty good in that matchup, so in that game. So hopefully we can cut them off of colors again. Negate might be a good card, but and then these grinding cards could also be decent, but I'm just not. I don't want to get to the point in the game where that's what I'm doing, where PN Kiranar is my game plan. You know, comboing is much more consistent, and it also lets us relatively ignore what our opponent is doing aside from conflagrate. And like I said, I kept in remands just because of the conflict rates. They're pretty annoying. All right, this is a good hand. I'm pretty happy keeping this. Serum Vision's turn 1, Spreading Seas turn 2. Opponent's going down to 5. Go ahead and get the Steam Vents. Serum Visions. Let's go ahead and we'll top that for now. Snapcaster Mage is going to be good. There might be an argument to just digging for the combo. But Snapcaster Mage could get good later down the road with Path to Exile. Do they have a Dredger? No, Prize Amalgam. Alright. Hopefully we can cut him off mana here. Oh, alright, there's a land. Cathartic Reunion? Should we have kept up Remand? Okay. Alright. Let's just go ahead and keep Remand up here. Our opponent probably has more lands at this point. But I want to make sure I can counter another Cathartic Reunion. So they discarded another. We'll go ahead and remand that. Just get some value there. Wow, Spreading Seas. Okay. Okay, so our opponent has something going here. Jeez, their opponent have Faithless Looting too? Jeez. This is strong. I mean, they don't have a Dredger, but, you know. Did they sequence that incorrectly? Oh, okay, so now the other prize... Oh, no, they got it right. Path to Exile is a great draw here. I think we'll just do... Snap, Path, Snap. And that gets rid of a lot of the threats in our opponent's deck. And also mitigates some life loss. to help us combo out later down the road. So I'm definitely okay with this, especially because they don't have any dredgers at the moment. The question is, do we block the Bloodghast? And I think we do. Alright, so our opponent doing pretty well for a multi 5 here, for sure. Let's go ahead and get the planes. Try to get rid of one of these prized amalgams. And we do this, of course. Oh man, do they have another Bloodghast in there? Ouch. Something tells me they're not triggering this Bloodghast for a reason. So I'm gonna take this hit here for now, because they probably want to go Faithless Looting first and see if they can hit another prized amalgam. Collective Brutality, sure, they'll take a Lightning Bolt. That's all they can do right now. Yep. Place looting pretty good here. They got their dredgers. They got another Bloodghast in here. Alright. Here we'll just bolt the actually, Spreading Seas just better right now to go for the combo. Yeah, I think we'll just... Oh, no. Oh, man. Either way, we could have gone for Snapcaster Mage, Serum Visions, which would have dug much better. Here we'll try to cut our opponent off some amount of green. And wow, Anger, and that's a pretty good draw. So just survive one turn here. And we can anger away our opponent's board pretty effectively. Yep. Interesting. Thoughtseize. Another prize amalgam. They can't activate Haunted Dead yet, and there's no Conflagrate in the graveyard yet either. Alright, one more time. Spin the wheel. Okay, the more that we can get, the better, honestly. This anger is going to sweep up a lot. So I think this... Oh, wow. Wow, they're returning their... I mean... Okay, so this does prove a lethal attack, right? 1, 2, 3. So we block the prize amalgam. Go to 3. And then we can Anger of the Gods. That seems pretty good to me. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Spreading Seas. Get another green source. just make sure we can't like actually just combo off this turn. And let's see, exiled 1 blood gas, 2 blood gas, 3 blood gas, 1, 2, 3, 4 prized amalgams. I don't think there's any reason to maybe we'll go ahead and attack here. I think the attack is free. I don't think we're about to get blood gasted. We'd really love to see a Saheeli sometime this game, though. It would really help. And they do have a conflagrate, but they can't loam. They Dredge Stinkweed Imp, and they didn't really hit much. So they will cast it, probably. Oh, right, they have another Faithless Looting? Sure. Got another Stinkweed Imp Dredge. So now they're sitting on 2 Stinkweed Imps. Another Stinkweed Imp Dredge. They didn't hit much, and they got 3 cards left in their library, and they have 1 Stinkweed Imp in the in hand. And we cut them off of low mana. And I'll just take you to combo town. And this game should be over. Alright. Whew! That was tough. Wow. We grinded out that game. That was rough. Oh, Anger of the Gods. That was pretty solid. Basically, it's just combo or bust this game, I think. I don't think there's anything we can really change that would make anything better. Bolt's important to stem the bleeding. Remand is important for conflagrate. I think our configuration is as best as it can possibly be in this matchup right now. And if we can beat Dredge, man, I'm going to feel good about that. This is a decent hand. It's got a few pieces going for it that could get us there. Dredge is, of course, very explosive, though, so we need to start digging for the combo and or Snap Path for days or Anger of the Gods or something. Alright, so no Dredger in the graveyard just yet, which is a good sign for us. I'm going to go ahead and bottom both of these. They just don't assist our game plan at all. Insolent Neonate is going to be fine. If they don't have another land here, Spreading Seas could really get them. They're digging for it, probably. Discard Insolent Neonate. Alright. So they're not out of this game. Another Faceless Looting. Let's see if they get any Dredgers going. 1 Bloodcast isn't too scary right now, but Haunted Dead could get pretty rough. Alright. Let's go ahead and Spreading Seas the Stomping Ground. There's the combo. Alright, just gotta make it to like turn 5. Let's see if we can do that. If we had Remand, we probably would have just kept it up because of Faithless Looting. But they don't have any Dredgers yet, which is really good for us. Collective Brutality, sure. They'll probably take away Path to Exile. But they'll see that we still have the combo. So that should scare them a bit. Excellent Neonate. Alright. If we go Saheeli tick up, they can't produce 3 damage. And we should have the combo. And if they somehow Thoughtseize away Felidar Guardian, we have another one sitting on top. But this should be game, I think, unless they rip... Oh no, but they didn't even attack first. Yeah. Got 1 card in hand. I don't think any 1 card does it for them here. You can go ahead and Faithless Looting. But they have 1 card in hand, so they can't even go land Thoughtseize. Alright. Something tells me they're not playing Slaughter Pact either, so... Alright. There we go. There it is, boys. And girls. And anything else? We have an island. Let's go ahead and cut him off black, whatever that means. Create a token. And now we'll combo. Alright. So we went 3-2 in the league. We lost against Grixis Control, which I actually had a lot of good games there in practice. And then we lost to Todd Stevens. But yeah, that's the league for you. I will go ahead and add some closing statements in right after this. See you guys soon. Alright everybody, welcome to the closing statements here. Let's take a look at the deck list that we got here. So we just went through a modern competitive league with Jeskai Saheeli, the list that you see here. And I would say that the deck performed pretty well. First match we got Affinity, which is a pretty good matchup. Game 1 can be a little tricky, but game 2 and 3, usually we clean it up pretty well with our plethora of hate here. And then we ran into a bit of trouble in the Grixis Control matchup. I'm not sure if... I feel like the build is actually designed pretty well. I mean, we have a lot of cheap counters, and we have a good amount of ways to fight over Ancestral Vision. We just didn't really see them, and the opponent was able to resolve several Ancestral Vision in those games. So I'm not sure if we need to figure out a new sideboarding plan. Maybe we should just take out Spreading Seas entirely and just go for, Dispels, Piakira, Jace, Negate, and, that's it. And keep the bolts in. Keep the aggro plan potentially in. And just cut Spreading Seas. But I do like shaving off, a few pieces of the combo, especially in a deck full of bolts and terminates and counter squalls. I do think -1 or 2 Saheeli is probably correct, as well as some amount of bolts. But I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. So if any of you have any recommendations on how to approach the Grixis Control matchup, I would definitely appreciate that. Game 3, we were able to take down Bant Company. Games were pretty close and they were pretty back and forth. I think in game 1, when our opponent just refused to tap out for something like refused to tap out completely, keeping up 3 or 4 mana at all times, it was complete respect for the fact that we had a Felidar Guardian on the board, or was it Saheeli? I don't remember. I think it was Saheeli on the board. And it just kept getting damage and scries in, and we ended up just winning on the back of 2 Snapcaster Mages because our opponent just could not tap out for the threat of the combo. And that's what the beauty of the deck really is. It's the fact that our opponent just has to always respect it because they can just lose on the spot. And the game was pretty close against Bank Company, but we did squeeze out the combo in game 3. Game 4, we played against Todd Stevens. For those of you that don't know, he's a big player on the Star City Games Tour. It was a great honor to play against him, and he destroyed us. I think the green-black mid-range matchup is probably pretty bad. I looked at his deck list afterwards, and he played 4 Abrupt Decay and 3 Maelstrom Pulse. 7 cards out there that really hate the combo. And we can definitely grind against them. It's not impossible. But they have Goyf, their Confidant, Tireless Tracker, Kalidas, Liliana, so many ways to gain card advantage. And we have very few ways to efficiently deal with their threats. So I think in the future, I'm actually interested in looking for a main deck Jace Architect of Thought, and maybe a second one in the sideboard, just because it's such a really a good card in the grind, especially combos with Feldar Guardian. A lot of the times I just had to run out of Naked Guardian and it just got hit by removal. There wasn't enough on the board to take advantage of the card. But with that said, I think that's a pretty terrible matchup regardless. Not unwinnable, but rough. And then Game 5 against Dredge. I do think this 4th Spreading Seas is kind of a wasted sideboard slot. I think it could be better as if we want to go for land hate, Crumble to Dust. And if we want to go for other hate, I did want to get a Rest in Peace in here. Let's get back that Stony Silence back in there. And overall, we actually didn't see any Death Shadow, didn't see any burn, but I feel like our sideboard is really well tuned for that, and I'm hesitant of shaving any of those copies because we don't want to just outright lose to burn. But overall, I have a few ideas for changes to the main deck. I think 3 Spreading Seas is just the right number. I think 4 Remand is really important. I didn't get a chance to play around with Peak that much because usually if I wanted to go for the combo, I would just go. So I'm thinking of maybe cutting a Peak and a Vendilion Click and potentially adding in a Jace Architect of Thought and a Supreme Verdict. I think a main deck Verdict could really help the deck out, and in several different ways. The thing is, if we're playing Supreme Verdict, there's also the argument of playing Wall of Omens so that our opponent overextends. So there could be some argument of cutting. I don't want to cut too many Spreading Seas because it's just such a great card. But But these are the ideas I'm playing around with, and what I'm probably going to be going towards in my next few videos. I hope you like this change. I know it's not Grixis Delver, and I know a lot of you started out watching me with Grixis Delver, but I think I'll be going back and forth. I think this deck is decently well positioned against some of the decks in the format right now, and just having an infinite combo on turn 4 is really strong against Ad Nauseam, against Tron, Scapeshift, decks that just go so much bigger and that really beat us out in the long game. Having just that turn 4 kill switch button, or even like turn 6 all in one turn, I really like. But yeah, mana base was really good. Everything was solid. I think the deck could use a bit of tuning here and there, but overall I really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next time that I bring you Jeskai Saheeli or Grixis Delver or whatever I bring up next. So thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next time.